Meg and I decided to explore Filipino town one Saturday afternoon with our special guest, Ian.
Good afternoon. Welcome to HiFi. That's what the baguettes call it these days. But when I was growing up in Hollywood, we called it the hood. All the Filipinos be kicking it over here. Historic Filipino town. We're gonna show you around. Let's go.
Hi everyone, I'm Sweeney and
I'm Meg.
and we're here today in historic Filipino town because, well, today's October 2nd. I'm not sure when you're going to see this, but today's October 2nd, and October is Filipino American History Month. So, have you been here before, Meg?
No, it's my first time.
Me too. I've lived in Los Angeles for 11 years and I've never been in historic Filipino town, or I was told called HiFi. Get it? Like historic HiFi. I didn't know that.
I didn't know that.
I'm learning something
Something
today.
new.
Yes, definitely. And right now we are at the, I hope I'm saying it right, Unidad Parking. Park. Unidad Park. And behind us, Meg, what have you seen so far? We took a sneak peek, but you're gonna see like our first time really seeing the mural behind us. But what have you seen so far?
I've seen the mural and important Filipino heroes, modern day heroes, icons.
One of the first person I recognized up there is Leia Salonga. So
Mine was Larry Itleo.
really? Did you know Larry Leong?
Yeah, I read about it.
Yeah. Larry Leong is like like a modern Filipino hero. Like in the last 10 years, actually, not to brag, but I'm a part of actually making that Larry Itliong Day a thing, especially in the city of Carson, because 10 years ago, Larry Itliong's son actually approached me and a couple of other Filipino like people in the community in the city of Carson, and he really wanted to highlight his dad because it has a lot to do with the movement back in the days with Cesar Chavez. But Larry Itliong did not become as popular as Cesar Chavez because, well, I'll tell you later. But yeah, so anyway, let's come see the wall. This mural was painted by Eliseo Silva.
I saw Carlos Bulosan. He's one of my favorite Filipino authors. He wrote America is in the Heart.
And right underneath Carlos Bulosan are the magsasakas, and that got me excited because it reminded me of a song back in the days when we were younger. Ready? One. Ay, come on.
Okay.
Magtanim ay di biro, maghapon na kayo ko, di naman
nakaupo,
di naman nakatayo. So, this part of the wall is like the historical portion of Philippines, the Philippine culture. As you see over here, you have Jose Rizal, who's the national hero of the Philippines. And then you have Lapu-Lapu. And then you have these like different characters that are wearing traditional clothing. When I think of like traditional like clothing in Ifagaos and maybe like Mindanao's, the first thing that comes into my head is the dance.
Mine is Linggo ng Wika.
Linggo ng Wika, yeah. But the dance, can you imitate the dance? What do you think? Like, what are you remembering when it comes to like cultural dances? The tinikling? What is it? What? You have to jump higher than that. Those bamboos are gonna get your feet. What I'm thinking is like the Ifugao when they're like doing these.
Yeah.
Like that's what I remember. Don't let me do it. I mean, I'll do Zumba for you, but that's what I remember. Or from Mindanao where they wrap scarves in their hands and they do these dances. Or sometimes they have the fans. And I know that because when I was in first grade, my mom entered me in a pageant. That was my dance, like a dance from Mindanao. And then we have those things where you put water in your head. So that's what is that's the feeling that this is giving me right here. That's the vibe that I'm getting. And then of course you have this part. I think this is like a lot of the different wars that happened in the Philippines to our journey to our freedom. And then as we move on, we see a lot more of like the contemporary, maybe a little bit more historical, but more on the contemporary side. So Meg's favorite one is Carlos Bulosan, have the Delano strike that's over here that happened in LA. And I want to get further down because then those are the people that I actually recognize, you know, growing up in the 80s and 90s. So keep I wonder what this is. With the
People Power.
oh, this downtown.
Yeah.
So we have Cory Aquino here. When was she?
Aquino.
When was she president? And then
88, 89.
yeah. And when we talk of Cory Aquino, the first thing that comes to my head is the color yellow. Like she always dressed in yellow. Do you know the reason? I don't either, but if I had to guess, she wants to stand out. She wants to stand out. We have the Historic Filipino town. Ooh, sorbete. The dirty, dirty ice cream. You guys don't know. Can you come close? So this right here is what you see a lot in the Philippines. Vendors that are just pushing and selling ice cream. And boy, they taste so good. And we call them dirty ice cream because we don't really know how they're made. In hindsight now, you know, like who knows? They're in their little house making this ice cream. They're probably using hands and feet because they put their foot in it, you know. I feel like there's a song, but it's on my tongue about mamang sorbete. What is it? Mamang sorbete. I don't know the rest of it, but that's what it's called. And then we have up there. The only person I really recognize is Eliseo. She's like, oh my gosh. And something to be really proud of is she's now a past member of HBO show Pretty Little Liars. I think they're doing like a spin-off of the moms, and she's one of the moms, and that's really a proud moment for us Filipinos. And I believe she's also co-hosting the Tony Awards with John Legend. So that's really cool. Let's see what else is here. Are these people that have like Hollywood stars? You can cut because I have no idea. Are you? Is that Charisse? Like Charisse Pimpenko? Charisse Pimpenko, yo.
No, what's her name now? What's his name now?
Oh, Jake. She's had he. She became a he, transitioned into Jake something. So Charisse is an important figure, you know, and she's still like, I feel like she's still a kid at this time, because she is one of the only singers who was on Oprah, who was on Ellen, who sang with Celine Dion, who sang with Tony Bennett. Like I don't know anyone else besides Eliseo that's like really achieved that much, and she was only not even 20 at that time. I think she's now in her mid-20s or maybe late 20s. I have no idea. And Charisse deserves to be on there for sure. And then of course Manny Pacquiao is right there, and Apple Diab. Look, Apple made it. What's up, Apple? At the very end, we have Apple Diab because he's a member of Black Eyed Peas, which is an international group. I was gonna say band, but an international group, and he's been a really great part of Filipino culture too, especially with his song Beboy. Do you know it? What? Filipino, 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 Filipino. Bebo, 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 bebo. Do you know this song? That's all I have. I can't rap his raps. I wish I could. Okay, so now that we're standing next to Manny Pacquiao, I'm gonna put Meg on the spot because Meg has been taking boxing lessons. I have been too, but because she's new, I want her to show some of her boxing moves. Come on, Meg, go, come on. Square up, there you go. Manny Pacquiao, man.
So this is the part where we crashed a party that was already over.
Filipino Party, when beautiful things have plastic wrap. So Filipinos start celebrating Christmas in September. We call it the Burr month. September, October, November, and then December. Right, so today, Meg, we're gonna check out this tribal cafe right here in historic Filipino town.
HiFi.
HiFi. Well, number one, it looks cool. I saw it on Google, you know, our best friend Google. So we thought it was cool to check out. They have a lot of healthy food and healthy juices. And I just found out that they have a very overwhelming menu. So we're gonna check it around here. Check Tribal Cafe. Acai Ubi Shack. Okay. Let's see what we're gonna order. They might want us to wear masks. Oh my god, it's so cute in here, guys. It has like a different vibe. What do you think, Meg?
I like it. Very tribal.
Very tribal, so the title said, and the menu is super overwhelming. It has, but in a good way. They have a lot of smoothies, fruit drinks, bowls, juices, because they're all about healthy food. Meg is looking at the Pacquiao bowl. In here, and you'll have the desserts right here. You have vegan carrot cake. Look at that. And then you have all the drinks right here. They even have young coconut juice. They have everything from water to carbonated water to lots of flavored drinks. And then over here is more menu. And you can make your order right here. You write it down on the paper, you turn it in, and look at it. Food, you guys. A double, is it 2A bowl?
Got that Topo Chico.
Topo Chico branding.
Gotta get that Topo Chico, yo.
Is it delicious? Can I try the melon cooler? So our food is here, you guys. And we ordered a double bowl 2A. Mine's with chicken. I'm not fine. Oh, there's a chicken. I see the chicken. We are at the Tribal Cafe. It's like a Filipino infused with Mexican food. It's a fusion. So we're now eating
Sauces are very interesting. The plethora and the colors are beautiful on Google.
Yeah,
Presentation is really nice.
you know you're eating a healthy meal when it's very colorful. And the sauce right here, this one right here, it has like a coconut taste, right? A little bit.
Coconut and what was that? Coconut and peanut.
Peanut, coconut and peanut.
And that concludes our visit to the historic Filipino town in Los Angeles. Big shout out to Ayan and Kuya Rocky for all the footage and the photos. Thank you for tuning in to one of our YouTube-only episodes here at All Abroad Podcast. You can listen to our Season 1 episodes and some of our Season 2 episodes on any of your favorite podcast platform or right here on YouTube.